This week, a Dark Knight themed quiz. Who will win?
Do we know our Alfreds from our Edward Nigmas?
Do we know our Man-Bat from our Batman?
Join us, along with our guests, for the Cynical Optimists' amazing Batman quiz.
To Cynical Optimists plus Brad does Batman Quiz 2018 with your host VicStar, aka Vicky. So we have got our three contestants here. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Go on, Brad.
Well, I'm plus Brad. I'm new today. This is my first podcast, and yep, that's me.
He's here.
I was super into Batman when I was like 15, and then Batman v Superman came out, and I stopped a little bit. So I've got about 6 years to memory gain of me.
It's a tragic story that happens all too frequently in Batman v Superman. I am Phill. If you listen to this podcast regularly, hopefully you know me. And I'm one of the two hosts that's taking part today. First time contestant, last time I hosted.
And I'm Nick, second time contestant. I usually co-host the Cynical Optimists with Phill, and it's weird not being in the head chair today. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, this is my first time hosting, so hopefully it goes okay. So we've got 4 rounds in our Batman quiz today, which we'll be going through in order. Which I'll start with the first round called Secret Identities. If you guys had a secret identity, which one would it? What would you have? What would be your secret identity and power? This isn't part of the quiz. I'm just curious.
Go on, Brad.
Oh, what is new? Picking on the newbie. All right. My power. Am I allowed to Am I allowed to say pop culture references?
Yeah.
If it's okay. So do you ever watch Bernard's Watch?
Yeah.
Right. Bernard's Watch is the best superpower. I'd wear the watch, but it would be like a cool modern Apple Watch or something of course nowadays. So I could control time.
So you'd be like the time guy.
Then you have invisibility. You can teleport technically because people think you're teleporting, and you can control time. So you can have super speed, and you can move things and be a magician and stuff. I'd be a magician. That's my And then I'd use my power as a secret identity.
Up, yeah.
And I'd be like a
so people would think,
like a
how
street
does he
magician.
do that trick? And you're just haha.
That's me.
But it's an Apple Watch, so you have to charge it overnight. Otherwise, you have no powers for the next day.
It's the ultimate setback. It's kryptonite. I've had all this time to think. And the only one I can think of is really boring in comparison. Because I was just going to make a play on words because I did a degree in maths. I was going to be the math magician. And my superpower was going to be just messing with physics. So kind of like Doctor Strange, but probably a lot more mundane and boring. And when people ask him how he does things, he says this is left as a proof to the reader, and then runs off into the night. And also he can fly, because flying is just the best. In the simple superpowers, flight, one word superpowers, flight is the best one. So he can also fly. It has nothing to do with maths. It just would let me get places quicker.
I just want to be able to fly. That's basically what you're saying.
Don't see an issue.
Would you be able to fly quickly? Because it always says you can. I always imagine it that they're a really slow flyer because everyone's like, oh, you can fly really quickly. But then what if you're just hovering slowly places and it's kind of creepy? I'd be a slow. No, I wouldn't even be a slow flyer. I'd just kind of lift off up of the ground and wait for the world to turn around me, and then I'd wait until I got to that place. That's how slow I would be.
So you got to hope you're going that way, because otherwise you've got to wait for the entire day to go by Do you come up the other like bit?
Yeah.
Oh no! No, this time to think. Can I be a super villain?
Of course you can.
I'd be the studio executive, and I would just constantly delay productions and make people rewrite films so that they had more comedic elements in it.
So what you're saying is you're just working at DC.
Basically,
Oh.
the ultimate villain in some ways. Batman's ultimate villain in some ways.
Well, as part of each round, there'll be easy and hard questions. The first round actually has easy, medium, hard, and extra hard, depending on your ability level to identify secret identities. So, I've got a collection of names here. If you want an easy question, I'll give you their real name, and you have to guess their fake name, well, their secret identity. Or if you want a harder question, I'll give you their fake name, and you have to guess their real name. So, some of these in the hard and extra hard category are very hard. So, it really depends where you want to start. Shall we start with Plus Brad?
Of course we should. Right,
Would you like easy, medium, hard, or extra hard?
Let's go for medium.
Medium.
Safe.
So that means I'm going to be giving you the 10 person's name, the secret identity, and you have to guess their real name.
Oh, okay.
Catwoman.
Selena Kyle.
Hey.
Very nice.
First
Off to a good start.
Yeah, first points of the game.
Philip.
Phil's standard's been set now. Hard.
Hard. Okay, so that means I'm going to give you his real name, and you have to guess his secret identity. Victor Fries.
Because of fries, I just want to say the Condiment King. No?
No, Mr. Freeze.
Oh yeah.
It's weird that they say it like fries.
Because I'm
Yeah,
never
really.
sure if it is Miss Victor Fries or Victor Freeze. I'm not sure what you meant to.
I always say Fries because of the way it's spelled. It's F-R-I-E-S. But in my
That is
And it would be
Fries,
way
yeah.
too obvious if it was
Freeze.
Victor Freeze.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder who that would be. Nick.
Oh, go on then. Extra hard.
Extra hard. That means I'm going to be giving you
God.
their secret identity. You have to guess their name. So I've got Killer Croc.
What? But you played such a big role in Suicide Squad, did you?
Didn't they just? I might have seen this somewhere. Did it appear on one of those stupid graphics in Suicide Squad?
Probably.
Blah, aka Killer Croc. Strengths, being a real gangster. Weaknesses, he's beautiful on the inside. No, sorry.
I can open it up
Oh,
to
no.
the other guys for some extra points.
No. I feel like I'm closer to the actor's name in Suicide, but I don't even know that. But no. I don't know.
Wayland Jones. I'm sorry,
I did
it's
know
such a
that.
generic name.
I was going to say Carl Rockadow.
That's classic 60s Batman, isn't it?
I should have mentioned at before, folks, we're going to have 3 rounds of each round. So,
Right.
Okay.
back to you, Brad.
Right. So it is easy, medium.
Hard and extra.
All right, we'll go hard this time.
So, hard means I'm going to give you their real name, and
Mm-hmm.
you have to guess their secret identity. Kurt Langstorm.
Oh, I know that. Is it? Is this just Batman villains, or are we talking DC?
This is just Batman. Batman villains, Batman heroes,
Characters.
just Batman.
I'm thinking. I think it's a Flash. I'm gonna say. I don't think it's right. I'm just gonna. I don't want everyone to. Captain Cold.
Oh, no, I'm really sorry.
What was it? Oh no, you got it. Okay.
Did you guys want to have a go?
What was the name
Some
again?
Extra points. Kurt Langstorm.
It's tough, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Calendar Man.
Man-Bat.
Man, but
Oh.
that's tough. Oh,
No, I wouldn't have got that.
Did you ever hear in The Big Bang when they do that thing where they go, what would you call if Man Bat dressed up like Batman? Would he be Batman, Man Bat, or Man Bat, Batman? And they keep on going on, and you're just like, I'm kind of lost 2 Man Bats ago.
Man Bat's such a bizarre villain because you'd expect him to be kind of like his Batman's kind of arch nemesis, right? But he's such a minor villain.
He's such
But
a minor
you'd think
villain.
Here's a
He'd be
Batman
like
v
a-
Superman.
Does he?
Well, in a weird dream sequence when he's at his mum's grave. Is that just the extended cut? Like break through the grave.
I know
It's
you
like,
wanted me to watch. Yeah, no, I never saw that.
Oh,
Sorry,
Okay.
I
You're
never,
the only
never
person
bothered.
here that's seen the
I couldn't-
whole
Am I really? And yet I'm losing.
Yeah, no, that would have really... That extra, like, 5 seconds or whatever would have really helped you in this quiz.
Right, Philip.
Uh,
your round.
I'm going to go for medium this time.
Medium, so I'm going to give you the host's name, the secret identity, and you have to guess their real name. That's right. Sorry. Just reminded myself. So medium would be the Scarecrow.
God damn, I watched Batman Begins like a few weeks ago. Something Crane. Dr. Crane? Do I have to get his first name?
You do have to do his first name, but you get at least 1 point for getting Crane. Pick a first name, any first name.
Robert.
No. Jonathan Crane.
I knew that.
You knew that.
But I've got a point on the board. That's
Yes.
at least something.
Nick?
I'll go hard this time.
Hard?
Well and truly back down after that first one.
So I'm going to give you his real identity. You have to guess his secret identity. Floyd Lawton.
Oh,
Is that...
Suicide Squad, isn't it?
That's Deathstroke?
So close.
Wait.
Death.
Am I not? That's it. No. I've just got it now.
Deadshot.
I've just got it now.
Deadshot.
Yeah.
I've just been rewatching
Stolen
Arrow.
those points.
I've just been
Oh.
rewatching Arrow, and I knew that's where I knew it from, and I was like, it's something from something
Yes,
I've been
that's
watching recently.
why. That's
It's
why it was on my
yeah, 'cause
mind
they
as well.
constantly don't
Not
call
from Suicide Squad, but from Arrow.
They don't call him Deadpool in that, do they? Not Deadpool, sorry.
Deadshot.
Deadshot.
3 like very interchangeable villains.
Yeah, because I don't think they're allowed to in Arrow, are they?
I
Just
do.
DC's weird rules about brands and stuff.
Because they
Oh,
nearly did.
Stolen points.
Yeah, they very nearly did Suicide Squad in Arrow, and I was because
They
kind
did
of
a
heard
few
Harley
episodes
Quinn's
of-
laugh,
yeah.
didn't they? And then DC were like, okay, we're doing Suicide Squad in.
And wasn't it worth
Move
it?
it.
Yeah, and then they just had to stop doing those episodes of Arrow, and those were good episodes of Arrow, and then they made a bad movie. But we're not bitter.
I always thought Arrow was doing a really, really good job of like the TV and that kind of universe, and then Marvel started kind of that was back in the day when Marvel were doing their like first season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I was like, okay, DC have got monopoly on,
They've got
The
their kind
TV.
of foot in.
and then Marvel started to like ramp up the gears on Marvel, and they got like Daredevil and all that, and now it's
Yeah,
like
blew it out of the
Arrow.
water.
That's awful.
So, Philip just stole some points from Nick. So now it's a third round back to
Okay,
Brad.
I'm gonna go back to medium.
Medium. So I will give you their secret identity, and you have to guess their real name. Penguin. Well, the
Oz.
Penguin.
Oswald Cobblepot.
Yay!
Hey.
Yeah.
Philip?
Let's go wild. Let's go very hard for the last one.
So extra hard. Yeah? Yeah? So I'll give you their secret identity.
I'm gonna steal these points back.
Killer Moth.
No, I'm not stealing that.
Marvin Jones.
Did anyone want to have a go stealing Philip's points?
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
No.
I'd watch that movie.
Moth. That was all I got.
Secret
The moth.
identity.
Secret
Moth.
identity is a literal moth.
They never caught him.
It's a mononym.
Drury Walker, I'm afraid.
Oh,
course.
classic.
Obvious.
Because moths don't walk, get it? Classic.
And Nick, final chance. Well,
Okay, well I need some points in this round, so let's go back to medium.
medium. Okay. The Riddler.
Edward Nigma.
Way, Nick got some points.
My first thought was Edward Norton. I was like, wait.
I was thinking Alfred Nigma, but then that was just a weird mix between Alfred and, you know.
I'm the only one here who's like kept reasonably up to date with Gotham, and during that round of like villain secret identities, I didn't get any apart from the last one.
So at the end of round 1, Brad and Philip are in the lead with 4 points apiece.
High five.
With Nick coming with 2 points. But still got points. It's all good.
I got
still in the
points in
running. Now we go on to round 2, which is called Perfect Performers, Evil Punchline, and the Goodest of Guys. So we're going to be talking about actors who have played famous Batman roles. We're going to be starting with Batman's most badass on and off again romance and rival, Catwoman. Now there was a certain amount of actresses who played this iconic role in films and TV. I'm going to give you a chance to think about it. How many can you name?
Film and TV.
Yeah.
God.
How many can you name? Then the person with the most, I'll go to first.
Oh.
And you get a point
This
for
is fun.
every name you get. And if you can guess whether they're on TV or film.
I can imagine.
I'm gonna go
Does
with.
this include animation?
No.
Okay.
This round does not include any voice actors or animation. This is purely people who have played the role.
I'm gonna go with 4.
4?
I think.
I know. I can picture them. I can tell you. 2.
2? Philip?
2.
I just don't know the actresses' names.
So Nick, you get a point for every name that you say successfully, and whether you can guess whether they're in TV or in a film.
Okay. From TV, I've got. Can I pronounce this? Carmen.
Oh, of course.
Bidotcha?
I don't have her down here.
Gotham.
Okay, my movie ones. Anne Hathaway.
Yep.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yep.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. I've wiped that from my memory. Just didn't even.
Can you, for an extra point, tell me the names of those films?
So Halle Berry was in Catwoman. Michelle Pfeiffer was in Batman Returns. And Anne Hathaway was in The Dark Knight Rises.
Well done. So the last ones I've got are from the TVs and the Batman movie in 1966. Can you guys think of any of the last names?
No.
I know with the Catwoman TV, they switched her out a couple of times in the 1966 one. I can't tell you who with or what.
So in 1966, the Batman TV series, it was Julia Newmar. And she played the iconic role until 1967. Lee Merriweather played the Batman movie in 1966. And then you got Eartha Kitt, who took over the role and was the first black Catwoman in 1967 till 1968.
See, I recognise that last one actually.
Great name for a Catwoman.
And then it goes Michelle Pfeiffer, Halle Berry, Anne Hathaway. I didn't include Gotham.
It's fine.
It's okay. I don't think I pronounced that correctly anyway.
Is she technically listed as Catwoman or Selena Kyle?
Probably Selena Kyle. Yeah.
They're probably not allowed to use
No, it's probably pre-Catwoman.
Nick has raked back some points because he gets a point for every name he got right. He got a point for getting the fact that they're in films and the names of the films.
So he's just rolling in it.
He's rolling in it, yeah. So of course, we cannot forget Batman's most evil and deadly arch enemy, the Joker. Now this role was played in films and TV, but I think I've just got films down here. No, I think that was TV. Sorry. Don't mind me, folks. In films and TV by 4 iconic actors. Who can name those actors?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Is that
Can you name all four?
in film and TV?
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon so. I haven't got it in my head. Caesar Romero.
No, wait. Can you name all four?
Damn it. Sorry.
Probably not. Probably name 3 most.
I can name 4.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I think I can.
Oh no. Well, Brad, you started off.
Go on, then.
You did the last one. Caesar Romero.
Yep.
Jack Nicholson.
Yep.
Heath Ledger.
Yep.
Jared Leto.
Yep. Yeah.
That's 4. And then.
Can you name the films that they're
Oh,
in?
yeah. Caesar Romero is just Batman 1966, the movie.
Yep.
Where they vaporise everyone, they all turn to dust.
Yeah, incredible.
That's so great.
Like
And
Infinity
the bit with the bomb where he's running around with them.
It's the original Snap.
Batman 89. What else did I say? Heath Ledger was the Dark Knight. And Suicide Squad.
Best till last.
Boom. That is
Cool.
awesome. You named
Sasha.
all of them successfully.
Hmm.
But, on a side note, who is your favourite Joker? Because personally mine is a Heath Ledger. I think Heath Ledger did such an iconic role. And the way he played that, I know there was only one film and everything that happened with him was absolutely terrible, but I just think he was my iconic Joker role.
Yeah, and to be fair, Dark Knight was what got me into Batman comics and movies as a whole, which is why I did film production. So that was Dark Knight. So yeah, Heath Ledger. Although I would say I'm not a massive fan of Jack Nicholson's. I think he's kind of overrated as the Joker.
Because some people say that's their favourite one.
Yeah, and I don't.
But it was quite comical, wasn't it? It's
Yeah.
a bit like the old Fantastic Fours. It was very kind of like very comic, very over the top, very slapstick.
Wasn't there one scene where he's giving out like money with his face on? I was just like, at least Cesar Romero's. I wasn't a fan of the weird smile either, or.
Well,
And
the Jack Nicholson prosthetic.
Yeah,
it
that was
was
odd.
a little bit weird, didn't it? Although Cesar Romero, famously the only Joker with a moustache, because he refused to shave it off, so they just painted over the top of it for the entire series and
But
the film.
I never questioned that. I didn't.
And doesn't that, in a way, make him your favourite?
He kept his moustache.
Are we looking forward to Joaquin Phoenix's Joker
yeah.
movie?
Yeah. Sure.
Because of course there has been a lot more actors who have voiced the Joker, such as Mark Hamilton in the latest Killing Joke. Did you think that was a good movie, or?
50% yes.
Oh,
What,
we're
the
talking
bit
about the
that
last
was
50%.
I mean the Killing Joke, yeah.
the actual Killing Joke storyline, which is the last part of it, not the first half.
You can check out the episode.
Yeah, we
from
did
the
an
Cynical
episode
Optimists.
on The Killing Joke about 2 years ago. You can look it up and hear our fresh opinions. My opinion now is it wasn't very good, but Mark Hamill is probably my favourite Joker across both voice and TV.
Wow.
Because I do love that storyline. It's an amazing storyline, but at the same time, I think who was the writer who came up with the Killing Joke storyline?
Is that Alan
Yeah.
Moore?
I think he regretted doing it because the whole point of the Joker is that he's mysterious. He's just this crazy guy. You don't know anything about him. Like Heath Ledger's, he just came in and he was just like, right, let's mess stuff up, but let's make some madness. And giving him a backstory kind of humanises him a bit too much.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah.
But I thought it was a really good way of doing it.
Hmm.
And for the life of me, even in the Killing Joke, he's not given a name. I couldn't find the Joker's name anywhere. He's never actually given an official name. He's given a backstory. He's not given an official name.
I think Jack Nicholson's version is the only one with the real name. Jack Napier.
Jack Napier.
Oh, Jack Napier, the Joker.
Yeah, in The Killing Joke, the wife just says, "Oh, Mr. Future Joker." He's like, "Why do
Mr.
you keep
Joker
So
origin.
mysterious.
And he's like, "Why do you keep on calling me that?" And she's like, "Calling you what?"
Yeah, I think that works as a standalone, which is why the Joaquin Phoenix movie might be okay, because if that's just a standalone separate to the
Yeah.
DC universe, it
I
might.
just DC have no idea what they're doing. We got
Really?
Aquaman coming out in a few weeks, and I was like, what? I
I am a little bit excited for
I
that.
am, don't get me wrong,
because
but-
of the actor who plays it.
Yeah.
Jason Momoa.
Oh, he's just a really good actor,
Yeah.
though, isn't he?
He's just really good looking, isn't he?
Aquaman was one of those kind of punchlines, wasn't he? Everyone always made fun of him. And Jason Momoa's shown up, ripped his like hell, and just been like, "I'm gonna make this cool now," and everyone's like, "Yes, you are." So for the last round, there has been 8 actors who have played the most famous role in the entire series, of course.
Alfred.
How did you know? Oh, damn, I should have done it. Batman, Philip, Batman. How many can you name? And extra points per given, whether they're in film or TV, and what that film or TV was called.
Film as well. No,
The first thing my brain said was Bruce Wayne. It's like
I genuinely, before I was into Batman, I genuinely thought Bruce Wayne was the actor who played Batman. I
think I can name 6.
6? That's the one to beat.
I can do at least 7. Who am I going to say? Who am I? Film and TV.
Film and TV.
Does this include Gotham?
No. Okay, I didn't think about Gotham, people. I'm sorry.
it's understandable.
I mean, they can't use any of the actual... They can't use Batman or the Joker.
Yeah, so he's technically not credited.
I think
as
he's
Batman.
called... I think the Joker's now called Jay in Gotham. I think.
See,
I can definitely get 7.
7?
I don't know who 8 is.
See, I'm definitely doing worse. I can only get 5.
Five.
Maybe 6 at
And you
most.
can do 6.
I think
Right,
I can
Brad.
Right.
Let's hit your 7.
Adam West.
Yep.
Michael Keaton.
Yep.
Val Kilmer.
Yep.
George Clooney.
Yep.
Ben Affleck.
Yep.
Christian Bale.
Yep.
And I forgotten how to count apparently because that's 6. Isn't it?
That was my 6!
I ran out of fingers. Alright, I'll let him have that too, because I feel like we can split them points, because that was... Or you can have them, because I can't count.
So I've come up with 10.
And also, we're just taking Nick's word. He's just piped up at the end like, those are my 6, yeah. Give me half the points.
Well, if you like, you can name what films they're from to
Alright.
steal some points.
Okay, we'll do
Because
So I'm
of
just
Brad's
behind.
underhand.
He really is.
Underhand
Bloody
play.
plus Brad sweeping in. Okay, Adam West in Batman 66.
Yep.
Michael Keaton in Batman 89. Val Kilmer in Batman Forever. Clooney in Batman and Robin. Great film. Christian Bale in Begins, Dark Knight and Rises. Ben Affleck in Batman v Superman, Justice League, Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Nicely done.
Can we try and work it... Wait. Who are the other two? I'm just
Are
trying...
the other 2 TV?
Did they do... Yeah, it must be.
The other 2 are on TV, and they were before Adam West. So they are.
Oh, right.
Those black and white serial ones.
Where he like punches and then like the text
Wait.
The
comes
first
up.
one was in 1943,
Okay, that's
and it was a
right.
15-part Colombian series of the Batman.
Colombian.
Yeah, apparently so. He wasn't very good because apparently he was a bit overweight, so people didn't see him as like the traditional Batman look. Whereas the second one in 1949, he actually was in the Batman and Robin TV series, and they thought he was a lot more into like the Batman sort of physique look. And he went on for a lot longer and actually guest starred in The Adventures of Superman in 1956.
Ooh.
Got the little... Yeah, because I've
Tiny
seen...
pointy
The
ears.
tiny pointy
Yeah.
ears,
And
right.
after that,
The ones that were just like flopping
Tiny
over.
pointy ears, yeah.
of course, was Adam West in 1966, and everyone is known him for...
Adam
that
West
role.
with that perfect physique of his. And the bat dancing or whatever.
Oh, yeah. And I watched an episode the other day, and I just love the fact that he had shark repellent on his bat belt.
Oh, it's
And
incredible.
the ladder came down, and all it said on it was bat ladder. Just a little sign on it saying bat ladder. But yeah. So,
I can't think.
any guesses of the 2 names of those 2
I know-
actors?
I think I know one of them, but I don't know it.
Go for it.
No, I don't know it.
Oh.
But when you say it's when you say it, oh.
So, the first one in 1943 was Lewis Wilson, and then Robert Lowry on the 1949 TV series.
Would not have got them.
Yeah.
Nope.
So,
Still better than George Clooney.
and Nick has rated in 6 points for guessing all the... Oh, and Philip. Tut,
Just
tut,
lie
tut.
next time,
In
Phil.
this
That's
round,
that's the way to do it.
Philip is rating 0 points.
Oh.
Wah,
Wow.
wah. Nick is rating 15 points during this round. And Brad is rating 18 points. So that has given us a total of 17 for Nick, 22 for Brad, and 4 for Philip.
This is way.
I retract my earlier high five. Sorry.
It's alright, it might have been premature.
But again, after the joke, talking about our favourite Jokers, who's your favourite Batman? That's the ultimate question. Who is the one who iconically portrays the Batman?
Affleck.
Ben Affleck?
Yeah.
Really?
It's not the
I'm
great...
not going to talk to you anymore, Nick. We now have 2 contenders.
Yes, second.
But why?
Not the best films, I will admit that. But he's the most comic accurate Batman, I feel. He's big and he's brawling and he's smart and he's a detective.
I think he's too close to like the grim dark 90s.
I feel like the writing and the killing, like that's not great, but like if you put him in like a great Batman movie, which still hasn't happened because he was gonna write and direct one for years and then that's just gone. And he might not even be Batman anymore. But like I feel if you drop that Batman in a Batman movie, he'd be the perfect Batman.
Fair enough. What about you, Phil?
Torn between 2 answers. So you got the iconic Christian Bale, but then the question will be,
why do you want to kill me?
the poor Batman that died of a stroke and no one noticed.
And who else?
Adam West, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, they do the role so differently. It's quite hard to compare the two. First, you've got one who really iconicizes the comic side of Batman, like the like the time that it was portrayed as well. And then, of course, Christian Bale takes it literally the other end of the scale to gritty and down with it.
Here's my idea. Sadly, you couldn't do it because obviously Adam West has sadly passed away. But do you know the game Sonic Generations?
Yeah.
Where classic Sonic turns up with modern Sonic and they have to work together.
Well, you'd have Adam West
and Christian Bale having to solve... And you've got the 2 Jokers teaming up as well. Obviously that could never happen either.
Yeah.
There was... I did see something similar of like when Adam West was alive, you know, the grey... the character, the grey the Grey Horseman? No, the grey... I don't know if you know.
Grey Horseman?
It might not be Grey Horseman, but it's like maybe it's not even the White Knight. I don't.
Is it not even?
But
it was like
Azrael.
No, it's like a. It was a like a superhero who Batman's as a kid kind of looked up to, and then he kind of came back. He was like maybe he was on TV. I think maybe I'm making this up.
Oh, and there was a adaptation where Adam West voiced him, was it?
Yes, I think it was in the animated
in the 80s animated.
And I'm trying to work out what the name is. I think it's the Grey something.
I do. I think I vaguely know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Sorry,
that
would have been a lot better.
That's pretty cool actually. They're releasing all of the 80s series on Blu-ray. I'm pretty sure that's come out either this month or last. I think.
Was that 80s, the animated series?
Yeah, fantastic show.
Wow.
So who would be your favourite Batman?
Like I said earlier, I grew up with Christian Bale, but I could never get on board with the Christian Bale suit. I quite like the Batman Begins actually, controversially.
Really?
Yeah, because it felt I just didn't like all the. I get the realisticness of the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Rises suit, but the Batman Begins it felt a bit more intimidating. Maybe that's just because you see the suit like outdoors. And I can't Whenever I think of Dark Knight Rises suit, I think of that scene outdoors when he's fighting Bane, and it's like...
No, I came back to stop you.
Thank you, Nick. Yeah, I think of that. And,
yeah.
I admit, I do like the Christian Bale one, but my problem is, like, their voice is very iconic, but it can come across quite silly and gruff and
slurred.
stroked.
It didn't take long for people to start taking the mick out of it, did it? No, it was like within years.
I suppose you can take a bit more seriously.
He's scary. He's big, man.
He's like the logo. It's just the fat bat.
I love the fat bat.
I do.
It's supposed to be like muscular, but it's just like wah. It's like he's had too many donuts. It's like
it's dad bod bat.
To all the others.
I do actually like that scene in, is it Justice League, where that very opening scene with Batman where he jumps onto the flying thing, whatever they were, the
Parademon.
Parademons.
Yeah.
Thank you. That I was like, oh, because just the fact that he had no sort of harness or anything, I felt like that was a lot more.
Badass.
That was just like.
I think
It
he's a
felt
great
very
Batman.
bad.
and it's-
I agree. Yeah.
That's like that's ultimately what makes those kind of films. There are a utter mismatch of genres. Those
Mm.
Dark Knight, the DC universe films, but like his Batman, I think is just really good.
Yeah.
Good voice.
So at the end of this round, in the lead with 22 points is Brad.
Plus Brad.
Plus Brad. Second place with 17 points is Nick. And coming in behind is Philip with 4. But we're going to have a sudden round, Riddle Me This,
Okay.
where you can earn extra points for working out these riddles.
Oh god. I'm
Are they
terrible.
Batman
at these.
related riddles or are they?
No, they're just riddles. But the Riddler told me them, so it's all good. First one, are you ready? The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I?
Is this just shout out?
Yeah.
I don't have anything to shout out.
Is it time?
Nope.
Take.
Opportunities?
Nope.
Chances?
Just keep on
Shouting
saying
out
things.
words now.
If anyone's listening, they are just shouting this at the video on YouTube.
The thing is with riddles is that
It
I
literally could be anything.
have
couldn't it?
people tell me riddles like every people do riddles
people
like every
just
year or
walk
so,
up
and
to
I
you?
always hear the same ones, and then you forget them like until the next time you hear a
My
load of
favourite one's
riddles.
from The Hobbit, though.
Mm.
Yeah, those are.
Is this one
iconic
from The
ones.
Hobbit?
No, unfortunately not. I thought that'd be a little bit too obvious. But yeah, do people just walk up to you then and shout riddles at you?
Part of Brad's routine.
Would you like the answer?
Wait.
The more,
30
you,
seconds.
the more you take, the more you leave behind.
more you
Silence.
take,
That's
the more
always
you
an
leave
answer, isn't it?
behind.
Silence.
What am I?
You don't take silence, do you?
The more you make, the more you leave behind. Sorry.
Oh.
Ah.
The more you make, the more you leave
Oh.
behind.
Memories?
No.
No.
Brian, you're going to be all excited then.
I was about to say memories again. I was like, I'm going off that, and then I said no. Okay. Footprints.
Ah!
I looked at the shoes over there, and
Well done, Brad.
Well done.
Cool.
That was nicely done.
Thanks for leaving your shoes out, Nick.
That's alright. It's a good thing people shout riddles at you on the street all the time, to be honest. Isn't it?
So Brad gets an extra. I'd say an extra. That was. I didn't think anyone would get them, so that's really good.
So did you not work out how many points it is?
No.
We'll just work that out if they
wanted
actually get them. They're not going to.
Right. So start of the next round. This round 3, is called Round Robin, which is all about Batman's most famous sidekick and, depending on your versions, lover, the Robin, the hero. So we've got easy questions and we've got hard questions. We'll start with Brad. Plus Brad. Would you like an easy or a hard question?
So this is just all on Robin.
This is just information about the most famous sidekick.
How many questions have we got on this one?
3 rounds.
Oh, sorry, you said that. Easy.
Easy. So let's start with, what colours are featured in Robin's traditional costume?
Red. How many are there?
There's 3 colours.
Red, green, and yellow.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm torn because really I need to get some points, but I'm not going to get a hard, so give me an easy, please.
What's Robin's nickname?
The Boy Wonder.
Nicely done.
Yes.
You get a point.
Yeah. Up to 5.
How many points are a hard?
2.
Yeah, go on.
So I can't even catch up anyway.
Name as many Robins as you can. Their real identity.
Dick Grayson.
Do you get 2 points for each on this
Yep.
one?
Tim Drake.
Yep.
Jason Todd.
Yep.
Damian Wayne.
That's all of them.
Sweet.
Stephanie Brown? Is that Ken?
There's the Dark Knight Returns.
Or is that more out of... I suppose that's not in... canon?
Animated, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nicely
Well,
done.
actually, they're all... I guess. I don't know.
Back to you, Brad.
Hard.
Hard.
Yeah.
Name the 2 female Robins.
Stephanie Brown.
Yep.
And Tim Drake's girlfriend, which is... Nope, thought that was work. No, it didn't work.
Did you just hope it'd lead into it?
Yeah. Is it Stephanie again? Is it? No. I don't know why. No, I don't know.
It's more of a recent one. Her name is Carrie Kelly.
Oh.
She's-
Is it Carrie? That's not Tim Drake's girlfriend, is it? Have I got...
I don't know.
No, Stephanie Brown was one of the girlfriends who took over the iconic role once the Robin stepped down as his role.
And-
She was actually kicked out because she wasn't listening to the Dark Knight's, Batman's rules and stuff. She was doing it kind of like her own way.
That's
She's the
classic
most
Robin,
famous
that is.
one for it. And I only had one female Robin, but I found out
Carrie Kelly is Dark Knight
recently
Returns. Isn't
that Carrie Kelly took on the role after one of the Robins died.
it? Okay.
And she kind of like, she actually has a family, but they're just never mentioned. So they're very neglected families. So she's one of the only ones who's not an orphan. But she takes on the role because she saves Batman's life, so he decides to kind of like trust her back.
Is Carrie Kelly the one with the slingshot?
In Dark Knight Returns.
In Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's... Oh, damn it.
Nicely done, 2 points. Philip.
Well, I guess I got to go for hard now. This is going to be like, what's Robin's favourite food or something like that.
Which of the Robins does the Joker kill?
Jason Todd.
Nicely done. Yeah, you got more than 1 point. Nick.
Oh, that was hard.
Who's Damian Wayne's mum?
Wait, give me 1 second.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on, you
No,
got this.
wait, yeah, I know. No, hang on, wait, just
I'm
gonna
going to keep on pressuring you until you... Yeah, come on, Nick, hurry. You can do it.
What are you doing?
Wait, give me a minute. She was in. Just give me 1 minute. League of Shadows.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, Talia al Ghul.
There we go. Nicely done.
It was after you went League of Shadows like that, I was like, oh, I know who that is.
I was literally trying to think of like Ra's al Ghul for ages. I was like Ra's al Ghul, but what's his name?
Is it Ra's al Ghul or Ra's al Ghul?
I always said Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul. What?
That was in Begins pronounced it as.
They were the
Ra's al
first
Ghul.
one to start calling it Ra's al Ghul,
Yeah.
weren't they?
Yeah. But that's the one I know most iconically because, come on, Liam Neeson. Just Liam Neeson. That's all I have to say. There we go. Philip. Hard or easy?
Go hard or go home, I guess.
Which Robin was the first to get his own comic series?
I can't be reminded of what the Robins are called, can I? The actual...
Jason Todd, Dick Grayson, Tim Drake, Damian Wayne.
Is it Dick Grayson?
No.
Ah.
It was Tim Drake. He was the actual first one to get his own comic series alongside the whole Batman thing.
Huh.
Nick.
Did Brad get one on that?
Yeah, did I miss a guy?
Oh, did I?
Yeah, Nick was...
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
you don't get one.
It's fine, 'cause I wouldn't have got that question anyway, so, it's all good.
Brad. Plus Brad. Okay.
Can I get a hard question, please?
Hard question. Are you glad you didn't get that one?
I really am, yeah.
Who played Robin in the 1960s Batman TV series?
It's Adam West and... It's not Adam West, sorry. It's Adam West and...
1 point for Bert.
Is Bert the first name or last name?
That is his first name.
But.
No, I'm not sure.
Bop, bop.
Burt Ward.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a funny name, isn't it? That's such
It
a. You
is.
wouldn't get a Burt Ward nowadays, would you?
Nick,
Oh, hard.
how many times does the character Robin say "holy" in the 1960s Batman TV series?
If you get this, you get a point for every time you said it. If it's like 160 words.
Just game over. We've lost.
I'm guessing it's probably like one every episode. How many episodes were there? I'm going to go with 100 and 100.
359 times Holy was mentioned, so it had to be mentioned more than once in every single episode.
Who's up for the
Sure.
holy drinking game after?
Right, how many rounds have we had? I totally know this because I'm the host. We've had 2, haven't we?
3, I think.
We've had
Yeah,
the
we've
real.
had 3.
I
Ah,
thought
cool.
we'd have-
There we go. Totally keep an eye on this. So at the end of that round, Philip gets an extra 3 points.
Nice.
Slow and steady. Loses the
Nick
race.
gets an extra 10 points. And Brad gets an extra 7 points. Which brings our total up to Philip bringing in the rear with 7.
Nick got more points this round than I've got this game.
Nick coming in second with 27. And then Brad bringing in the lead with 29.
Ooh.
It's all to play for these two.
So in our...
Is there a question worth 30 points for that at some point?
Can you make one up worth 30 points for me?
Welcome to round 4. That's what he said. These are famous quotes that Batmans have said in their movies. As this is a buzzer round, please let me know what your buzzer sound will be. Brad.
I've got a bit of a sore throat, so I'm going to give my best go, and it's not like great at Christian Bale's. I'm Batman. No, see,
What?
I feel like you can do it badly, and it'd still be a good impression, just because.
It's better if you have a sore throat.
So I'm Batman for Brad. Philip.
Pow!
Pow for Philip. And Nick.
Da-la-la-la.
Da-da-da for Nick. So are you ready?
So you get some water.
Does he get points for doing it? Just his buzzing.
It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines.
Sorry, am I allowed to do it
Brad.
before? Am I allowed to do it
Yeah.
before?
It's a
What
buzzer
we
round.
meant to
It's a
do-
buzzer round.
it's, Batman Begins, right?
Yeah, so which Batman was it?
Christian Bale's.
Yeah, there we go.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say. Okay. I know I
It's a
should be
buzzer round. You're
apologising.
supposed to get in early.
We ready? Man is still good. We break things, tear them down, but we can rebuild. We can be better. We have to be.
Pow.
Philip?
Ben Affleck.
Yes!
Mm.
Which one? That's what I was stuck between. Which
Oh,
one?
extra point for which one?
It was Justice League?
No.
Oh.
Batman versus Superman.
Well, it was 50-50,
Oh.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
I know that film the best, don't
It just sounded like something brooding that Zack Snyder did.
I'll get drive-through.
Diddle diddle.
Yes, Nick.
George Clooney and Batman and Robin.
Nicely done.
Just the difference between them two quotes. Just DC went from one extreme to the other, didn't they? In the space of about 15 years. So just
It wasn't that long. Well, I mean, like that was the film before Batman Begins.
yeah. Yeah.
Mistletoe can be deadly if you eat it.
Diddle diddle.
Yes, Nick.
Val Kilmer.
No.
I'm Batman.
Yes.
It's
Brad.
Michael Keaton in Batman Returns.
Nicely done
Ah.
for 2 points. Never leave the cave without it.
Diddle diddle.
Yeah, Nick.
That's George Clooney again in Batman and Robin. We know what my favourite film is, don't we?
Wait, when does he say that? It's
The
the back
back credit
of
card,
course. I
yeah.
thought it was the. Oh, that was bad, wasn't it?
I kind of love it.
The thing is, if we didn't get that film, we'd probably get more. We'd probably still be in the Tim Burton universe,
Yeah.
right? We wouldn't have got out of that. And
I
they
mean,
wouldn't have had that
those films
throwback-
were technically in the Burton verse, which is
But like, if we hadn't have had that, they wouldn't have had that alright, we need to make this super dark with the Nolan Batman, you know what I mean? So that's probably one thing Joel Schumacher kind of helped out with, right? Like,
Last quote. Are we ready? Have you ever danced with the devil in the pound?
Pow.
Philip?
I mean, I didn't know. I just thought I should listen. Adam West.
No. Nick?
Michael Keaton,
Yes.
Batman.
Yes.
It's just Adam West saying it sounded funny in my head.
So at the end of that round, Philip got 1 point, Brad got 3, and Nick got 5.
Ooh.
So,
There's
they're
a
getting
back in there.
close.
tight there.
So Philip bringing in the rear with 8.
Philip's still bringing in the rear.
I don't want to lose anyone. I don't want anyone to fall behind, so I'm just bringing up the rear.
So Nick has gone up to 32, and Brad has gone up to 32. Oh, this is getting close for some people.
You didn't even need to say for some people.
Lucky I have added a bonus round. Now this round is in dedication to one of our most famous Batmans, Adam West. It's called Adam West or Adam West. Guess either these quotes are from Adam West in the Batman TV series of 1966 or from the famous role of Mayor West in Family Guy.
Okay.
So you have to guess either Family Guy, Mayor West, or Batman.
Is this
Mayor.
buzzer?
This is buzzer.
I haven't seen Family Guy. This is gonna.
These are really, really silly and adorable, and just have fun with it. A boy your age is not allowed in a drinking tavern.
Pow.
Yeah.
Batman.
Nicely done. In the future, be more careful for who you accept free lemonade. Nick.
Batman.
Yes. Oh, I heard you. What I didn't hear was please.
Pow.
Philip.
Family Guy.
Yes.
I have to clear my throat every time I do my buzzer.
We've come a long way for the Prime Minister's exploding cake.
I'm Batman.
Or have we? Yes. Nick, Brad.
It's 50-50, right? Batman.
Yeah.
Yes. That could have been either, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These all could have. Yeah.
How do you know my language?
Pow. Family Guy.
Yes.
I feel like you should have done a Family Guy quiz for Philip. I feel like that might have been the.
A whole quiz of this, I'd be fine.
Guess I told him nobody messes with me.
I'm Batman.
Yes.
Family Guy?
Yes.
50-50. Just.
I'm being a rascal and ringing people's doorbells and running away. Yep.
Family Guy.
Yes.
I'd have loved that episode in Batman, though.
This money goes to building roads. We must all do our part.
I'm Batman.
Yes, Brad.
Batman.
Yes. It is the duty of every good citizen to report meeting a man from Mars in a public park. Nick.
Family Guy?
No.
Oh.
Batman.
Wow. Wait, can we not open it up to the floor?
No,
to
I
make
know,
it-
right? I'm just thinking that. Hey, baby, want to take a gander at some Adam West penis?
I'm guessing Family Guy.
It's in the extended cut of the night.
And at the end of that round, Philip has got 3 points. Nick got 3 points. And Brad has got 3 points.
Oh! So we're still drawn. Well, I say we, they.
Do we have a tiebreaker question?
We've got riddles.
Oh no! No!
So at the end of that round, Philip has come in with 11 points. Well done, Philip.
Thank you.
And then Nick and Brad have got a piece, 35 points each.
So can I enter this last round, or do I just set out?
You're very welcome to enter if you want to annoy them and take the like.
This is
Riddle
worth
away.
60 points.
Yeah, can it be worth exactly how many points I need to win? Can it be worth like 27 points or something?
So, for the final quick, just to win, riddle me this.
Oh no.
Then I'm definitely entering.
For Nick and Brad to win.
Aw.
Do we need buzzers or?
No, just
No,
when
cool.
you know the answer, say it before the other guy. Riddle me this. When does Christmas come before Thanksgiving? When does Christmas come before Thanksgiving?
What is it? When it's if you're judging it on, say it's like the 2018 Christmas, that's coming before the 2019 Thanksgiving.
Nope.
When you're going back in time.
When does Christmas come? When you're my wife, apparently, because she's already listening to Christmas music. That was really tough.
For a turkey.
Poor turkey.
When you don't celebrate Christmas and then decide to.
In the month.
When you're English and you don't actually celebrate Thanksgiving.
No,
But then Thanksgiving just never comes.
it's always Christmas.
Oh.
In Australia.
If you
No.
got Bernard's watch, and Bernard's Apple Watch.
I'll give you a couple more minutes, and if you can't get it, I can move on to another. I've got a couple of it.
I'm not getting this right.
When does Christmas come before Thanksgiving?
In the alphabet, the C becomes before T.
Close.
Oh. When
Yeah,
does-
I think more literally.
Oh, literally in this question.
No.
It's not bad.
That would be
I
pretty
feel
good.
like I've come up with some. C T.
On one of those awkward calendars you buy from
No.
Smiths that go from July to July.
The amount of letters is a less. No.
Thanksgiving still comes
Oh yeah,
first.
goes from December to December.
Don't know. When does Christmas?
It's so close.
It's not
So
the
alphabet was close.
The alphabet was close. It's that sort of concept.
Dictionary.
Oh,
And Nick.
what?
And Nick
Come
gets the final point,
I feel like
increasing his score to 36.
Oh.
So at the end of this Batman quiz, Philip's got 11, Brad's got 35, and Nick's a winner with 36.
I did not see this Batman quiz ending with the answer dictionary.
Why not? There's Calendar Man.
Which was one of the harder questions of Secret Identity.
Interesting.
Thank
That
you
was
for joining us for this Batman quiz. I've been VicStar. Thank you to my wonderful contestants, and well done for Nick for winning.
Thanks, guys.
Come and join us again for another Cynical Optimist quiz, which I'm sure there'll be more.
It's going to be on Family Guy next time.
Purely on Adam
Or
West.
riddles.
Just pure riddles. Just whoever's editing the podcast needs to not cut out the silence like usual, because it's part of it. Otherwise it just makes us all look like stupid. Actually, maybe do that. Cut out all the silence and it's like, this riddle, that answer, this riddle, that answer. We have to record for like 9 hours to get an hour podcast, but it's worth it.
We'll be back to our usual format next week, where will we be doing
Fantastic Beasts 2,
and where to find them.
and where to find them again, I guess.
In Grindelwald's
In
crimes.
Yeah. That's the whole title of the film in the first draft. So yeah, join us at the regular place. Follow us on @SoundCloud. Do either of you guys want to plug anything?
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me host.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll both be back on the podcast at some point. But for now, I've been Phill.
I've been Nick.
That's Brad.
That's right.
And I've been VicStar.
See you next time.
Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Bye.
Can you cut my buyout, please?